Hi Flosstube, this is Karen with KB Studio Creations.
And Jason with Karen.
So thank you for coming back and watching us. Thank you for any new subscribers. And we just appreciate having you here to watch us. And we'll get in. So we're going to start out with my new releases because I'm excited about them. And it's what I've been stitching on this year. A lot of the stitching that I've done. Which one to show first? I'll start with this one.
Let's start with this one.
Okay, so the last one I did.
Because it's the beginning of the empire.
So these are my Patriotic houses.
Okay.
And this one's the England house. So I looked online for houses that were in that country. So this is based on a picture of a house from England. And these are all stitched on 32 count Swigart vintage Blue Whisper linen. And they all have Lady Dot Crates trim. The mini pom-pom trim. So this one's Union. And you can show the back too if you want. Just some blue fabric. Yeah. So that is the
England house. I think the next spot they settled was this one, so we'll go with this.
Okay. So this is the USA house, which was the first one that I had the idea for. It's based on a house in my town. And so that's kind of where I got the idea for the series, because I was like, I had the idea for that one, then I was like, well, what about other countries? You know, not all my viewers, and I realized there's people from other countries as well, but it took a lot of work just to do this. So, yeah. Oh, and also the backs. So all the rest of these backs, I was trying to find fabric, and so these are from old dress shirts of Jason's.
Well, this one isn't.
No, all but this one. All the rest of these are.
Okay.
And this trim is russet. So that is the USA house.
I think this was the next one they settled.
So Canada, once again based on a house in Canada. So Canada, I found a house pretty quickly, and I actually found another house to use for inspiration for my Halloween house when I was looking at Canada houses. The others, I had a harder time finding a house, but Canada house was pretty easy to find one. I like how it turned out for the most part. And this trim is Sizzle. Oh, did you show it back?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'm thinking too much. I'm not paying attention.
No, you're fine.
And then Australia house. So when I was looking through them, I kept coming back to this one house, and it was white, and I was like, I just can't do. I mean, white doesn't show up super well on this fabric, and you know, you have white, like it would just, you wouldn't be able to see it. And then I saw another house that was blue, and so I decided a light blue would work for it.
So you took the white house and put light blue on it.
Yeah. So yeah, those are those patterns. And so I'm excited to have them out. Like I said, I've been stitching on that all year. That's been what a lot of my work has been on. I'm a little sick of stitching houses because I did the Easter house and then I stitched all those. But I have a model stitch I need to do for just cross stitch. So that'll be a break. I also did another one this year that I stitched already for just cross stitch. So those have been nice breaks from stitching the houses. So now we'll go back to my normal order of things with my starts. So I started another Ortworks, and it's just a little heart. It's a motif from the Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler 2021, the December one. So I don't have a picture to show you of what it looks like because it's just a free pattern. But this is on 16 count Picture This Plus Mystic Ada. It's using Orts. It's on a scrap piece of fabric. But I'm having fun stitching it. Just using some light pastel colors. With my whips, so I'm working on Cross-Stitch Nation still. This was my birthday start this year. I'm picking my own colors. Oh, and this is by Heartstring Samplery. And I will insert a picture at some point in all of these of the before and after.
Before.
No, it's a before and after side by side.
Before and after. But this is what it's looking like right now.
I'm really happy with how it's
if you're
looking.
stitching, look now, because this is amazing looking.
And this is on 18 count Swigart Vintage Country Mocha Ada.
It's so big I have to cover up Karen's face too. I feel so bad about that.
And I started working on the border, and I'm really loving how this is working out. This was this is a Silks for You that Sarah King, our Stitching Kingdom, gifted me. So I'm loving it. It's so pretty. I'm excited to do the border.
And the dress is,
yes.
You can't see. The dresses are looking really pretty, and I like how she has some like hair and skin
Yeah,
conversions.
I haven't finished all the skin. These two people still need skin, but I just wasn't in the mood to pick out another color. / one of the colors I was looking for I couldn't find.
But
So yeah.
yeah, it's looking really good.
So I'm really happy with how that's looking. I'm having fun stitching it. I'm also, of course, working on Celtic Summer by Lavender and Lace. This is my piece that I work on Wednesdays.
Old Whip Wednesday.
Yep, I put in at least 3 strands every Wednesday because this is my oldest whip. Started January 1st, 2020. So I worked more on the borders. Just got lots of border to work on still.
It's looking so good.
But just slowly plugging away. It'll eventually get done. Don't know how long, but it'll eventually get done.
Well, it's a big piece. There's a lot of
big
stitching
piece.
to be done.
That is true.
I mean, I've never stitched anything this big before.
That's about the same size as Erabor,
No.
isn't it? Okay. The next
It's
one.
way more intense.
The next one is Change. This is by Cross-Stitch. And I've been meaning to work on this, but I don't know. I'm burnt out on the border. And
Wait, no, that's upside down.
yeah. And then I think it'll be better now, but I was working across page breaks here. So I've almost got all the page breaks worked across, and so it'll be a lot easier to stitch the words when I'm
Where
not.
was the last place you stitched?
What do you mean?
Like, what did you add since last time?
I added the D. I definitely added those. I think I added the bottom of these. I think the top was already done. But like this was across the page break. And this was across the page break. So
Page breaks are the worst. I can attest to that.
So I'm getting past some of these page breaks, which I think will make it easier to work on. I have lots of other model stitching I need to do, so I don't know how much I worked on it. But it was nice. I watched Denise, what is her channel? Black Ribbon Studio. And I watched it and I was like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. But then she said she hadn't recorded in a few months because her husband died. So, yeah. And she moved and stuff like that. So I hadn't missed too many of hers, but I like stitching on that when I watch hers. And yeah, but I do want to work on it some more. I just don't know if it'll happen because I have lots of model stitching to do. But
next up.
so this is the skin and hair conversions I'm doing, taken from, well, this is the way I'm stitching it, but you can show it that way. I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh.
From Lord Libidan.
So.
Okay, you can put it upside down too. Oh, so it shows well in the screen or something.
Yeah, so it's on the corner so you can show.
So some of these colors, I'm wondering if they're meant to be like cheek colors, because that does not look like a skin color to me. Some of those are way too pink for, like, they look like cheeks to me.
They're sunburned.
Maybe,
It's people who are sunburned. Like me. Perpetually sunburned. I go outside for 30 minutes and rose. That's my static skin tone, is just rose.
But I'm making progress on it. I just work on it here and there. It's going to be a good reference piece in the end. I'll search all the ones they recommend, and then I might, if I feel like it, come up with my own versions as well. We'll see. The first step is just to stitch all the skin and hair conversions and then go from there. And that's just on some 14 count white Aida. And then my finish was my old Orts work. And this is Violets and Verses, Jennifer Richardson. Oh, it's Christmas Glow by Violets and Verses. I didn't stitch everything on it. I just used Orts, but I really like how it turned out. So, and this is on 18 count,
really
Picture This
pretty.
Plus Heartland Aida.
Heartland.
So, yeah.
But it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I liked how that turned out. So now Jason's projects.
So I've been stitching for Karen a bit. I stitched. Oh, are we going to insert a picture of? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is that?
I put it second, but
Oh, it's second. Okay. So I stitched this bookmark here. Woo! I messaged a friend of mine who's graduating this year, and I was like, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And she said lavender. So I picked 2 shades of lavender and stitched one of Karen's bookmarks.
He didn't do the back stitching, but
I didn't do the back stitching because that would have taken too long, and I don't know if it would have looked right with the threads I had picked. Because the silver that's on this piece that I'm guessing is still on the screen, it was stitched 1/1. I don't know what kind of thread it was.
It was
It was thicker thread. It wasn't Krynic.
It wasn't Krynic? Oh, I know what it was. It was Krynic, but it was number 8 rather than number 4.
Whatever that means. I stitched with it. And so, but yeah, I think it turned out okay. There are 3 issues with it, but she won't notice. No one notices. Maybe you do. See if you can find them. Pause the video and see if you can find the errors. I think I hid them pretty well. Well, one of them you can't see because it's on the back, but 2 errors. But I stitched that start to finish. It was less than a week that I took it to do it.
Yeah.
Didn't I? So anyway, there was that. The other thing that I've done is Welcome to Erabor by Country Magic Stitch. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Country Magic Stitch. Yeah. And so I'm still working on that. And this is on White Ada. Where is it? 14 count White Ada. I'm using the called for colors. And this is where I'm at
really
with
good.
It. I stitched this part down here because I have an error down here. And this is across a page break too. My page breaks are here, 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 and here. You can see where they are. But anyway,
and you worked on the letters, didn't you?
I did. So yeah, I think since last time I finished this part, the grayish brown color, I've started filling in a little bit on the letters. Hold on. All that I worked on is on the bottom half. I can fold it in half. So you can see I've done some of the lighter colors here on the outside of the O and R. And I started filling in the dark color on E because I had some like leftover threads. I've done a lot of work over here with... Oh, nope. I got to hold it up again. I think since last time I finished this mountain and I've done some work in here and I've done this work down here. Trying to rectify my issue with the error I had made. I'm picking up on the next row and just stitching it right. And if it looks a little funky, it looks a little funky. Because I've gone back and I've looked at it a million times and I can't find out what's wrong.
And no one's going to be looking super close to that area anyways.
Except me. But it ended up looking okay. So, but yeah, those are my whips. Well, one of them's a fully finish, but still.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on the white dragon face, which it's coming along. I'm at the part where it's like the slog at the end. Is that how you pronounce that word?
I think so.
At the end where you just have like a lot of little stuff that you got to get done. And it's really, really hard because I'm like, I just want it to be done. But this part, I have to sit down and focus and be able to count every single thing that I'm doing, especially because it's a model stitch that's already been stitched on that thing up there. So we can't change it because I made mistakes on that one. And Karen was like, oh, we'll just change the pattern. And that's what we did. But on this one, because it's already a pattern that she's made, I can't mess it up. So...
Yeah, and it's the same as that one, except for it has a different border and different colors. So I have a lot of haul this time. So actually, this is first in my order, but I'm going to show it to you because it's right here in the way of the other stuff. So I needed some DMC colors. And so some of these are for Michael's and some of them are for Walmart. But with this black, I needed black. And when Jason was at Michael's, they didn't have the regular kind, so he got this, which is actually the pearl cotton.
And I didn't know the difference. I was like, oh look, it's just 310 on a loop.
I'll find something. I'll find something to use it for. So
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. And these were colors for a design, well, except for the black and the white. Those were just I needed more of. Were for a model stitch I was working on, designing. So we'll see. I have to put that out to model stitchers at some point, but it's a Valentine's Day pattern, so that doesn't matter too much at this point. I've got time. So the next thing, this came in the mail. I was like, "What is this?" And then I realized what it was. So this is year-round Cross-Stitch Ornaments, and it has one of my designs in it. So they reached out to me last fall and were like, "Do you want to design a pattern for this book?" And I was like, "Sure." So this is my little gingerbread house. It's kind of cute. Yeah. So you can find it in the book.
Who did this?
It's Annie's.
Oh, it's Annie's Cross-Stitch. Don't they do just Cross-Stitch?
Yeah, they're the parent company.
Yeah.
So this is on, I think I wrote it down here.
Well, it's
Nope,
written
I
on
didn't.
here.
Oh,
Isn't it?
no.
No. Hold on. It might be in here.
It should be in there.
It is on 28 count cream linen from Zweigart. It uses DMC or Sullivan's.
It says,
What did you use?
I used DMC and Weeks Dye Works.
Okay.
They must, I don't know if they have an agreement with Sullivan's or whatever, but they often they have like conversions to Sullivan's, which I've never stitched with. So that's that. But one thing I'm going to skip down to a shout out I want to do. So this has got some really cute Christmas ones that I kind of want to stitch. I don't know if they're all on here on the outside cover. But anyways, Cindy's Cross-Stitch, she has a Flosstube channel and she's doing an ornament exchange in July. And what it is like you stitch it and then you send it to her and then she's going to do a Flosstube video showing all of them and then she'll send them back out to people. So I'm thinking about doing it. The thing is I don't have a lot of time to stitch things, but I really want to stitch some of these ornaments. So I thought it'd be perfect to stitch one of these ornaments for that ornament exchange. So I haven't decided yet, but I will have her video linked below because you'll want to watch that to get all the details if you want to do the ornament exchange. But
So look in the link below.
I think that's a cool idea that she's doing. And I heard that shouted out on Amy Loves Toads. So then I went and watched Cindy's. All right, what's on? Oh, so you can only see the back of this one. So SEWGlover Creations sent me the model stitch she did for me. So this is the back of it. I'm planning to get this released next month. So it'll be released before my Christmas and July sale.
Just a quick little
Apparently
sneak
you got
peek.
a quick sneak peek.
Quick sneak peek. Because I'm devious and I can't hold things.
But it looks
She did a
great.
really, really good
Yeah.
job.
And it glows in the dark, of course. It was designed, that's why I reached out to her to see if she wanted to model stitch it because she's all about glow in the dark. She's actually the person I'm pretty sure I saw on Instagram stitching so much with glow in the dark that made me want to try glow in the dark. So thank you. I really appreciate it, and I will get that out and released.
So we can show it properly and not just a little boop boop.
Yeah. What's the next? Oh, Stitcher's Garden. So I can't even remember. This was so long ago. Oh, I needed colors for. I wasn't sure if I was going to run out of some colors.
You ended up not running out of colors, right?
I did not run out of colors, but and then so I wasn't sure if I was going to run out of Manor Red for the UK house, the British house, England house. There's the word. That's the name I called it. So I got that, and while I was looking at it, and Buckeye Scarlet, those are both the ones that I used on it. So I wasn't sure if I was going to run out because I didn't have full skeins of them, but I didn't run out, but I have more. But then I saw this color when I was buying those, and I was like, well, maybe that's a better color than Manor Red. I decided to keep with Manor Red, but I got that. I'm also low on carrot, so I got some more of that one because I really like that orange. And then this one I bought for a model stitch I am planning to design, and so it's just some whisper thread.
What are you doing that's going to need this?
You'll find out later.
Don't.
You want me to tell you now?
It's not for me, is it? You're not designing it for me.
Well, you gave me the idea to do Mail Fairies, so it's sort of for you, but it's the one I want to design, not your idea.
Oh, what's the one you want to design?
The one based on you in your costume.
You.
But isn't that perfect for the ruff of your costume?
Sure. Sure.
Anyways.
Forgot you were thinking about that one. Is that what the carrot's for?
No.
Because I could see it being used
But you
in
know,
the leaves.
but do you remember those beads I got from Witch Holt?
Yeah.
Mill Hill? Those
No.
are for that too.
No. No.
Anyways.
Karens.
So I got the next issue of Just Cross-Stitch. I did not have a pattern in this one, but it's got lots of pretty designs in it. So.
Where's the design page?
Okay, there's a ad for the
Yep.
book at the beginning of it.
There's the ad for the book. Do they have a page with that?
It's at the back.
Oh, right. I'm like, I thought they had one.
So just lots of summary patterns.
Since I can't get the whole thing in it, I'm just going to do it this way. So, these patterns. I don't think anything stood out to us this time.
I I mean, there's things I really like. I just don't know if I'd ever stitch them.
I don't think there's anything in here that I would ever want to like fully stitch.
Because like these butterflies are really pretty, and this like quote is really pretty. I just don't know if I would ever like if it would ever get to the top of
Like, yeah, I could see doing like a butterfly or a ladybug or a moth or a dragonfly, like taking that and putting it on something. But other than that, I don't see us stitching anything specifically from this one.
Yeah.
Not saying that the designs aren't bad. I'm not saying that the designs are bad. It's just it's not our aesthetic.
I have higher priorities of other things I want to stitch, basically, and not enough
like
time,
all of your
/
model
energy.
stitching.
Yeah, so a lot of my time and energy goes into my model stitching. And then so do you want to? You put stuff on top of it, but do you want to show those from Michael's?
These? Oh, these.
So I was watching Stitchuation Normal, and she was showing how she had started organizing her floss in a new way, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me look and see how much they would cost. And they were on sale, and so I ended up buying some and buying 2. So these are, they're photo and craft keepers, but I'm going to use them to try to organize my cross-stitch supplies. And they're bigger than I realized, so I probably don't need 2, but they were on sale, and I wanted to get to free shipping. So then I also got this, which I saw, on Sunshine Stitchers, but this is part one. Well, I can't find my seam ripper, so that was one reason. But also, this thing is supposed to help like remove when you frog and like sometimes it leaves behind like little fibers, and you're supposed to. This is supposed to help get those fibers out of the fabric. So I definitely want to try it out. I have a piece that I frogged that still has some of those fibers in it, so I might try it on that to see how it works. And then the seam ripper, of course, is always helpful. So yeah, I got that.
Sorry, I'm looking at it.
And then, so this was frustrating. This came in the mail. So we have the calendar that we got last year from this place. But apparently we checked a box that meant they were going to send us a new one. And so then we either have to pay for it or return it.
And it costs more to return it than to pay for it.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to just pay for it this time, but put a note that's saying, I do not want you to send me one next year. So that was kind of a frustration. But, I mean, hey.
There's some interesting patterns in here. Again, they're too big for us to stitch.
I mean, they've got some cool patterns and stuff, but I just physically can't stitch as much as I would like to. So.
Because, like, I really love the July
yeah.
one.
So they're really pretty.
This one here. But it's a full coverage. Like, it's intense.
Yeah, so I just don't know. Oh, there's all on the back. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's why I was showing the back.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll be fun. It'll replace this one over here next year. It'll be fine. But.
It was kind of frustrating because we weren't expecting the expense.
Yeah. And, like, it's a good price for what it is. It's just.
It'd be nice to, because the reason we got this one was because there were some designs that I was like, oh, this would be a really, really cool thing to have. Mm-hmm. I like some of these patterns. I would have liked to have been able to look at it and been like, oh, I like some of these patterns. I want to get it. As opposed to just being like, here you go, pay us. Mm-hmm. So it's just, it's frustrating. It's probably on me. Because when I called and asked about it, the lady on the other end, how she worded the way that they posit that question, it's like, would you like to receive notification of the next one coming out? And I was like, yeah.
It was like a preview. And so when we
I'd love to see a preview.
We were thinking like we got the original preview, which was just like a flyer that shows some of the patterns are going to be there. No, this was like
the whole thing. And just asking you to pay for it. Yeah. So it was probably just me misunderstanding it. I don't want to throw shade on the company. I don't want to insult the company. I'm just frustrated at the situation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be fine.
Did you show this part of it?
No, I didn't. It came with a free mini calendar as well.
Which has this pattern in it of
pairs.
Fun pairs? I don't know. Do they have a name? I'm sure they have a name for it. Geometric pairs is what they called them.
So then I just want to do a few shout outs. So I recently started watching Suki the Brown Eyed Stitcher and Tiny House Stitcher, and I've been really enjoying that. They have tons of followers, so you may have already, be following them, watching them.
Are you going to link them down below?
Yeah. I'll try to link anyone I mentioned down below. But I've really enjoyed watching them, so I thought I'd mention them on here. And then the giveaway from last time.
Well, real quick, just another shout out for those who this isn't a live stream. Why am I treating this like a live stream? Okay. But Cindy's Cross-Stitch, the Ornament Exchange, that's going to be linked down below as well. Yes. If you're still interested in that.
I really want to do it, so I think I might. I mostly work on Cross-Stitch Nation on Sundays. So what I might just do is be like, on Sundays, put aside Cross-Stitch Nation for a few weeks, stitch the ornament, and then Cross-Stitch Nation can go back in the recreation. I really love stitching on Cross-Stitch Nation. I'm having so much fun with it. But we'll see. So the giveaway winner, Daniela Dreskin, she entered, and I have her address, so I will send this to her. But she wanted this fairy tale castle, and she wanted the precious moments. So thank you for entering, Daniela, and I will get those.
Congratulations! Is she a first-time winner?
No, she's won in the past.
Either way, congratulations! Woo! Yeah. And thank you for your continued support.
Thank you so much for entering, and I will get those mailed out. So life update, work has been busy. A bunch of projects hitting all at once, bunch of deadlines. I got a few of the things off my plate this week, so I'm feeling less stressed, except they hired a new person that I need to help with training. So she starts next week, and I have these other projects that still have these hard deadlines with clients who are somewhat difficult. So it's still stressful, but hopefully, I also got my Patriotic house patterns released, which I was trying to get out. So that's nice to have off my plate.
Been a lot of work going on.
I have other things I need to get ready. I have a couple model stitches I've received back from people that I need to get ready to release in June, because I'm waiting on some supplies, and then I'm going to be starting another model stitch for just cross stitch, and that's going to take a lot of my time because that has a set deadline that I have to have it back to them. So that's going to be a lot of my stitching, like mostly the model stitch, and then I need to get these. And I find when I'm working on getting these other things released, I don't do as much stitching because I'm spending a lot of my time focused. A lot of my energy is spent on getting those ready rather than on stitching. We babysat my nieces and nephews. That was fun. Every so often they'll stay the night. The youngest hasn't stayed the night yet.
She hung out with us for a lot during the day.
Yeah, but she went home for the night. I figure probably the next time she'll stay with us, but she's not even 18 months yet. So I think once she hits 18 months, then she'll probably stay the night with the other kids when they visit.
As for me, work's been busy. We just had graduation at my college that I work at, so that's fun. We're gearing up for the summer term, getting all the things ready for that, and because we have 2 people leaving over this summer, getting ready for that.
Yeah.
So.
And then we've just been having, car problems, AC problems, but
yeah,
it's just been our life.
AC broke more.
Yeah. It's been frustrating. We've been struggling with the AC since we bought the house, but in the past year, we've been trying to get someone to come fix it for almost a year now, and we still haven't been able to get someone to come fix it. So that's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. But I've been reading good books, because when I'm too tired to do much of anything else, I can read. So get lots of books read. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Got a lot of painting done. I've played D&D with some friends recently, which was fun. Because they're friends who live here in town and who my coworkers and things like that. And they play D&D religiously. But I've never been invited, and I finally got invited over to play in a one-shot, and it was lots of fun. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about all for us. Just going to be stitching and doing all the rest of the life stuff that's going on.
Maybe next month I can have the White Dragon done.
That'd be good. Oh, our anniversary's coming up this month, so that's exciting.
Oh, yes! And we have a really good trip planned.
Yeah, so our church has a temple in Washington, D.C., and they've renovated it, and they're having an open house.
I think it's going on right now, isn't it?
It is going on right now. So if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, you're welcome. It's just you have to sign up for parking, but it's a free tour. So that's really fun, and it just happened that they have parking set aside for the congregations in our area on our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we were married in that temple. So we're super, super excited. I don't know. I'm super excited.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you
yes,
super,
yes,
super
I'm
excited? I can't tell.
I'm also saving up my fun money so I can buy a book while I'm up there too. So a new book, tour of the temple, time with Jason. I'm super excited. What?
You're adorable, and I love you.
So that's gonna be our life this next month. Busy, but good things too. So I think that's all for us. Thanks for watching. Happy stitching!
Happy stitching! Bye! You gonna push the pause button yet?